This feels so bougie. Hi, I'm Kate and welcome to my channel. So it's Monday, no school. So really I just wanted an excuse to do my makeup and to dip into this palette again. So I've been playing around a lot this weekend with the new Nomad palette. It is something super special and beautiful. So I've put out quite a few looks on my Instagram, but I thought I would use this again today and just kind of do a little get ready with me and a little tutorial. So here we go. Alright, the first step of my makeup routine is my brows. So I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. I'm going to do my brows off camera and prime my eyes, and I'll be right back. Alright, I am all primed. I went in with the Ulta Beauty Eye Primer. It is my go-to. I'm just looking at this palette and trying to decide what direction I want to go in. It's just so pretty. So when I did my first impressions look, I really focused kind of on this row right here and went a little grungier. On my Instagram, I've used a little bit of the oranges and reds. I think I might do like a pretty blue look today. So maybe sticking over in these two little columns right there. So I think I will start with the darker blue, which is this shade right here, and just kind of put that all over the lid. Maybe I'll do kind of a halo eye today. So I'll put that kind of around the crease and then I'll blend it out. So I have kind of a smaller crease brush and I'm gonna dip into that and just lay it down. Typically I go in with the lighter shade first and then deepen up, but because I don't want to lose the richness of this shade, I'm gonna go dark first. And this is not typically a shape that I start with, so we'll see what happens. This is a very different style look for me. Alright, those don't really look even at all, but I'm just going to use my color switch, kind of buff out any extra pigment and go in on the edges and just blend that out a little bit. Alright, I've blended those edges out a little bit. I'm going to grab a slightly fluffier brush and I am going in with this shade right here and I'm going to lay that down on the edges and blend it out. I think I'm just not expecting the level of pigment in these shadows, so I'm kind of overdoing it, but we'll see how it ends up. All right, that is big and bold. So I'm thinking for the kind of halo look, I'm between the shade Elves here and the shade God's Waterfall, and they're both really pretty. So maybe I will lay down God's Waterfall, which is this more blue shade, kind of all throughout, and then tap on top with another shade. Again, I'm going in with my finger, my favorite way to use shimmers. Oh, that's really pretty. And I bet I could make it even brighter if I had laid down like a glitter glue underneath, but it's a Monday, I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not really all about that today. Alright, well this is blue. This is super blue. Alright, so I'm gonna grab the shade Elves, which is this pretty green shade, and just kind of pop that right in the middle. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but it's really pretty on here. It just adds a little dimension to the center of the eye. Alright, so we kind of have that halo look going. Not quite a halo eye. I don't really know what this is. It's just a really blue eye. Maybe I'll warm it up under the eye. We'll keep going and see what happens. I'm gonna stop on the eyes. I don't want to keep messing with it and make it worse. So I'm gonna go in and do my skincare and foundation, and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. I went in with all of my skincare. For foundation, I'm using the Uoma foundation. I'm really liking it. It's a soft matte finish, but it looks very natural, wears very nicely. And then for concealer, I am using the Rare Beauty. I'm gonna pop into one of my new favorite products, which is the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in the shade Fair. So I'm just gonna apply this around the edges of my face to kind of warm my complexion back up. Do you ever have a day where your skin just like won't cooperate? Things just don't look good? That's the kind of day I'm having today. So I feel like my skin is just extra dry even with all of my skincare on, but it's fine. For blush, I'm going in with a ColourPop brush. This is in the shade Desert Rose. So it's just kind of a nice kind of pinky coral shade. There is a little bit of shimmer in it, but that's fine. Alright, and my last step on my face is that I go in with some finishing powder, and I just kind of focus that on the sides of my nose and diffuse out the blush. Alright. I'm just not loving how my skin is looking today. I'm going to go in with my setting spray. I usually wait until later, but it's the IT setting spray. It has coconut water, hyaluronic acid, aloe vera. It's really hydrating. Whew. This feels so bougie. Alright, hopefully that helped a little bit. So now we're going to pop back into the palette that I am loving. I'm not loving this look so far, but again, I feel like liner and lashes kind of can save anything. So I'm wondering if I want to warm it up a little bit underneath, or if I want to kind of stick with the same tones and just go all blue. You know, maybe I'll do the dark blue under the lower lash line, and maybe I'll pop this bright green in because I haven't really gotten to use that much, and it's such a pretty shade. So let's do that. Alright, and then I'm going to grab a slightly fluffier brush and diffuse it with that lighter shade. Alright, I'm going to go in on the waterline with an LA Girl liner. This is a Shockwave Neon in the shade Fresh. Actually, I think I went on this color with my last look too. Alright, so we are super blue. So do we want to stay blue, or do we want to do a pop of that green in the inner corner? Or would that kind of take away from it? Maybe I'll just go in with that River Glacier shade like I did in the last look. I know, same thing, but I just feel like it works best with what we're doing here. Okay, that's fun. Actually, I want to deepen up my blush look a little bit, so I'm going to hop into one of my Patrick Ta blushes in the shade Oh She's Different. And just kind of tap that more on the outer part of the cheek. Just feel like my complexion today is looking really dull, so maybe that'll help a little bit. Alright, what do you think? Did it help? Did it hurt? Did it do absolutely nothing? Who knows? Maybe because I'm so dull, I'll do a little highlighter today. Again, it's not something that I do every day in my makeup routine, but I have an Ofra highlighter in the shade Glazed Donut. Alright, I'm going to pop off camera, go in with liner and lashes. For liner today, I am using my Stila liner. This is with the micro tip. And then for mascara, my new favorite, the Bite Beauty. So I'm going to pop those on and be right back. I am loving this palette. I don't know that this is my favorite look that I've done. If you Oh, that's my husband. What do you think?
It's all done?
Yeah, what do you think of it?
You're so cute.
Well, thank you. Alright, so that's the final look. I did go in on the lips with a NYX liner. It's a really deep plummy shade called Prune, and then I went over that with a Lancome lipstick in the shade Sienna. So I didn't want to go too crazy with the lips today. But yeah, that's the final look. What do you think? I'm totally sold on this palette, but I'm not totally sold on this look. I feel like it's a little too blue for me, but it is really pretty with the shades. I love how everything blended together. If you check out my Instagram, see Joseph Glam, I'll link it down below, but I've posted, I think at this point, like 6 looks with this palette. And I've dipped into the reds and the oranges and the purples and the lighter greens. I think I've used every shade in here now, and there's not a dud in the palette. This is fantastic. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, leave a comment below, and I will see you soon.